I'm going to put law in Green Valley.
I wouldn't shoot Marshall if you want her to live. Drop your gun. Now drop your gun.
Bartender, give me sarsaparilla.
Make it a double, partner. It's Tuesday, February 18th, 1986, and we've got miles to ride before sundown on Entertainment Tonight. Hello again, everybody. I'm Mary Hart.
And I'm Rob Weller. Today, Michael Caine, Justine Bateman talks to Andrew McCarthy, this week's new video cassette releases, and an exclusive behind-the-scenes report from London on the rock group Queen. Those stories and more. But first, it was bowling for dollars last night in New York as luminaries from the big screen and from Tin Pan Alley took to the bowling alley in Madison Square Garden. All proceeds went to aid the Second Stage Theater. And according to Barbara Hauer, everybody had a ball.
With his usual concentration on form, Kingpin Bobby De Niro bowled his teammates over with style. Down lane, Liz McGovern made up with exuberance what she lacked in expertise.
See that wrist? That's the secret.
Always fast on his feet, Kevin Bacon demonstrated other anatomical skills. Mandy Patinkin, ever the perfectionist, was out to win his usual raves.
I wanted a strike!
Gregory Hines became a study in perfectly choreographed grace. Certainly, the petite Phoebe Cates was up to her advanced billing.
I have bowled before. I just have told everybody that I haven't, so I look like I'm doing really well.
And Treat Williams more than lived up to his potential.
I'm a major bowling talent to be reckoned with.
There were no critics around to judge anybody's performance. Just a good night out for a good cause, where anybody felt free to make a fool of themselves. Barbara Hauer, Entertainment Tonight.
Where'd it go? It was a 4-day holiday weekend at the movie box office, and Down and Out in Beverly Hills led the ticket-selling parade according to Entertainment Tonight's estimates. The Color Purple was second, followed by The Delta Force, Wildcats, and in a close race for 5th place, Out of Africa and Murphy's Romance. The hottest movie ticket is for Woody Allen's Hannah and Her Sisters, which is only in limited release. Among Hannah's stars, Michael Caine. As Scott Osborne discovered, we're going to be seeing a lot of him this year.
The one thing about me is I may not be the best movie actor around, but I'm one of the most experienced.
222, take one. And action!
Modest Michael Caine has made 6 movies for release this year, including the thriller Half Moon Street for spring, a British-made comedy called Water, and an American comedy, Sweet Liberty, directed by Alan Alda. In Mona Lisa, he'll play a villain. In Whistleblower, his character visits the netherworld of espionage. And currently, Michael Caine appears in Hannah and Her Sisters.
I sort of went in and did things with people I wanted to be with and where I wanted to be and what I wanted to do, instead of grinding out some great big epic or something with me in the lead.
There's the story that your headmaster told you. You know you're going to be a laborer, don't you? In light of your workload, was he right?
Yeah, I have been a bit like a laborer. I work kind of the same hours, 6 in the morning till 6 at night. But I suppose part of the thing of doing lots of work goes back to the fact that I was a laborer when I left school. And possibly there's an insecurity which points to not wanting to go back to that as well.
You said that you regard yourself as more of a repertory actor rather than a star. Why? Because a star is an accident. An actor is something you work to be.
Oh, there you are. I was looking for you.
I must apologize. I'm sorry. I'm so mixed up.
Caine was pleased to join Woody Allen's ensemble cast in Hannah and Her Sisters.
It took me back to the days of repertory when we all worked together as a group, like a group theater. It's not some great starring vehicle.
Did Woody Allen have you in mind when he wrote this part?
No, I don't think he had anybody in mind. I think he had himself in mind. I think it's an alter ego for him, the other part. Because I said to him, can I wear glasses? He said, what do you want to wear glasses for? I said, I'm playing you. He said, are you really? I said, yeah. He said, all right, and wear the glasses.
Would you consider doing another Woody Allen picture?
Instantly. Instantly. I would do it in a moment. Are you watching Woody?
There's big movie news these days in Canada. How big? Dick Shoemaker tells us about developments that will bring the film business full circle.
These are a few of the 9 movie projectors used to show Portraits of Canada, a new Disney film premiering this May during Expo 86. What's unusual about the movie is the screen. It will be a full circle.
It's sort of the opposite of theater in the round. Instead of actors in the middle with an audience around them, it's the audience in the middle and the actors around them.
The camera used in this production is also unusual because it shoots 360 degrees.
The one question that comes up more often than anything else is, what do you do with the crew? How do you hide everybody? How do you hide the lights? You can put things below the camera, above the camera. I spend a great deal of time crawling along beside the camera, out of the shot, trying to watch the scene as it's developing.
There were no problems when the camera was hung from a helicopter, and the crew was easily hidden when filming in the Canadian Rockies. But beyond the Arctic Circle, sometimes the crew had to go for miles just to get out of the shot. One sequence not filmed with the Circle Vision camera, an avalanche that destroyed a more conventional piece of equipment. This 360-degree film will be shown during Expo 86 in Vancouver, Canada, May through October. Dick Shoemaker, Entertainment Tonight.
Next on Entertainment Tonight, he's in a class by himself. Pretty in Pink star Andrew McCarthy.
And ahead, rockin' and reelin' for the movies, an exclusive on-location interview with Queen.
If you want fish that really tastes fresh, you'll love the fresh taste of Vandicams. But you gotta catch them first. Vandicams, the freshest ideas in frozen fish.
Gee, Miss Stroud, the giant sure doesn't put much water in his niblets corn.
Precisely, Sprout. Niblets brand corn is packed with very little water to help keep its taste fresh, crisp, and sweet.
Precisely.
Ho, ho, ho.
Green Giant. Stewart, you still experimenting with another cold's medicine? Oh, it's nighttime, honey. Where's the NyQuil?
I took this, but I'm still coughing, aching, feverish.
But NyQuil relieves your sniffling, sneezing, and stuffy head, plus coughs, aches, and fever, all so you can rest. Are you resting now? Oh.
NyQuil, the nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, stuffy head fever, so you can rest medicine. From Vicks, of course.
Brothers Fine Jewelers in Southgate presents the Instant Brothers Charge Card. Come in and open one instantly. Get this quarter-carat diamond marquee engagement ring for $0 down and only $20 per month. Or this 1-carat diamond solitaire ring for $0 down and only $60 per month. Or get a 14-carat gold rope chain for $0 down and only $20 per month. Gentlemen, you'll enjoy a solid gold watch for $0 down and only $45 per month. Open an Instant Brothers Charge Card today. Only at Brothers Fine Jewelry in Southgate on 4th Street between Southfield and Eureka.
Way back in 1911, Mr. Lasky set the pattern for success. Lasky furniture prices must be lower. A perfect example is this gorgeous dining room in rich chateau white with gold accents. Lasky's low price of $898 gives you the lighted china, extension table, and 4 chairs complete. Today, Mr. Lasky is a cherished memory, but his policies live on. Biggest selections, credit available to everyone, and Lasky prices must be lower at all Lasky locations in Detroit, Warren, and Livonia.
If it's Tuesday, it must be Videocassette Preview Day. Eric Burns is here with his weekly preview and review of the latest for home video buffs.
Our segment today is primarily for kids. Today's kids and yesterday's. We begin by taking you back to a time when, at least in movies, men were men and horses were horses, and dialogue was pure hokum.
I wouldn't shoot Marshall if you want her to live. Now drop your gun. And drop your gun.
Drop that gun. Bartender, give me sarsaparilla.
I'm going to put law in Green Valley.
This is Cowboys of the Saturday Matinee, a collection of clips from old westerns. And these are urchins of the Saturday Matinee.
Buckley, if you don't quit lying, you're gonna get yourself into a lot of trouble.
5 Our Gang comedies are being released this week, but be warned. These are not the Little Rascals episodes you're used to seeing on television. They are later episodes in the series which, according to a leading authority on Our Gang comedies, are not up to the quality of the earlier ones.
I can sing.
Daffy Duck is out on cassette this week,
Squatching, squatching, squatching.
as is Elmer Fudd. But enough. Let's grow up. This week's best-known movie release is Volunteers, a Tom Hanks, John Candy comedy from last summer about the Peace Corps. Also out from last summer, Key Exchange, a sweet, low-key comedy about yuppies in love.
There's a physical thing that's happening. I mean, we're chewing each other's faces off.
Singers out with videos this week include Paul Anka and Patti LaBelle. Oh, and there are some other singers new to the video stores this week, from a time when men were men, and horses were horses, and music was pure hokum.
So here we come on the run.
If you're feeling nostalgic, it's Cowboys of the Saturday Matinee. If you're feeling contemporary, it's Key Exchange. Those are the best bets for this week. See you next week, partners. Eric Burns, Entertainment Tonight.
One of the most popular rentals in the home video market is a movie that's also a showcase of some of Hollywood's hottest new talent. St. Elmo's Fire stars Rob Lowe, Judd Nelson, Demi Moore, Ali Sheedy, Emilio Estevez, Mayor Winningham, and Andrew McCarthy, who is today's subject in our series, The New Stars of Hollywood. Our host, one of television's most popular young stars, Family Ties, Justine Bateman.
Imagine your name on the marquee as a star. The fans are out in force to see you, and the paparazzi's flashbulbs surround you from every angle. Here at the Chinese Theater, where hundreds of Hollywood legends have left their mark, 23-year-old Andrew McCarthy is leaving his imprint as one of Hollywood's hottest young actors. The event was the premiere of McCarthy's current film, Pretty in Pink, a story of passion and peer group pressure set in high school.
A month ago, I asked somebody else and I forgot.
You're a liar! You're a filthy no-go liar! You didn't have the guts to tell me the truth!
It was just 3 years ago that he made his motion picture debut in Class, co-starring with Rob Lowe and Jacqueline Bissett. When you went to audition for Class, you had been at NYU for 2 years. Were you sad about leaving NYU?
Was I upset about leaving?
Or sad, or...
No.
No, not at all. You wouldn't
Never crossed my mind, actually. I mean, I was going to school studying to act, and someone was giving me the opportunity, so I just grabbed it.
When you did Class, were you nervous about meeting Jackie Bissett, or did you even think about it?
Well, that was very overwhelming, the whole thing, because it was like the first movie that I did, and so I was just kind of thrust into this thing. So I had no idea what was going on. So I just kind of walked in and said, help me. And they do. You know, if you ask for help, people help you. They want to. And she's a wonderful lady, and Louis Carlino, the director, was wonderful to me. And, you know, so it was fun.
This is the first time you worked with John Hughes doing Pretty in Pink, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was he like to work with?
He's a real neat guy. Neat. It's not like I'm 12. He's a real smart man. He's very quick. Very quick. He's very open. It's not like, this is my picture, okay? You're in my picture. Yeah. John, I have this thought. What is it? Oh, that's good. And yeah, and you could do that, and then you could do it. And so he's very open to things, and he's a real neat man.
In Pretty in Pink, you played one of the Richies. Was it hard to, because you always want to make a character likable. Was it hard to...
You do?
Well, I would think, and then, you know, the audience cares what happens to you. And...
Well, Jimmy Spader in this movie is wonderful, and he plays a real, you know, bastard.
And do you care if he gets hit by a car?
Yeah, I would have. I thought he was great. I liked watching him. But like in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, that guy, Eli Wallach, he was a total, you know. But anyway, that's not what you're talking about. What's the question?
Was it difficult to stick in stuff that was likable about this guy?
Oh, I didn't find it very hard. He wasn't a dislikable guy. He was just a young guy who's in love with a girl, and he's confused about, you know, all this stuff whirling around, and he just makes a mistake.
How would you, I don't want to say analyze, but how would you see your progress as an actor in the work you've done so far?
Well, I'm just kind of plugging away, one step at a time, you know? And it's like when you look at most great actors, like, not saying that about me, God knows, but like Monty Clift or Al Pacino or something, you know, they slowly plug away and then they become these things, whatever, you know, stars, whatever.
Yeah.
And they don't just kind of shoot right up. They slowly plug away and they get where they're going and they have a firm foundation underneath, you know? So
Seems like it's better to go that way.
Well, like,
better than shoot up and slam down, you know?
Well, yeah.
Tomorrow, I'll visit Judd Nelson on stage in Florida. For the New Stars of Hollywood, I'm Justine Bateman.
And still to come, rock group Queen in London.
Coming up on Entertainment Tonight, tomorrow, Jane Seymour. Which comes first, career or family?
And Sylvester Stallone gets a hasty pudding roasting at Harvard.
Thursday, Linda Evans. 40 plus, what's the secret of looking good?
And Ralph Macchio. He may be a star, but he isn't going to live in Hollywood.
It's real important to me to come back to home and values and family and friends and things.
All on Entertainment Tonight. Two veteran character actors have died. Howard Da Silva, best known for originating the role of Benjamin Franklin in the Broadway musical 1776, died of cancer at his home in New York. He was 76. And Paul Stewart, who made his movie debut in Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, died of heart failure in Los Angeles. He was 77. Leonard Maltin looks at their careers.
Paul Stewart, everybody.
Paul Stewart always boasted that he gave Orson Welles his first job in radio, but it was Welles who put Stewart in the movies.
My name's Haley, Tommy Haley. Maybe you heard of me. I saw you fight, if you can call it that.
As actor and director, from radio's War of the Worlds to TV's Remington Steele, he was one of the reliables.
What's it add up to, anyway?
4 innocent, 2 guilty people murdered. 3 families broken. Newspapers will sold more papers. Politicians will make more speeches. And then, next month, next year, same thing will happen again.
He never became a household name, but for nearly 50 years, Paul Stewart was one of Hollywood's finest character actors.
I don't need an accountant. I'll use the short form.
From Howard Da Silva's entrance in his last movie, Garbo Talks, to his early Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor in The Lost Weekend, his career was rich with character roles.
They take a bottle and put it on a shelf. All they want to do is just look at it. They don't even take a corkscrew along just to make sure. And all of a sudden, they grab the bottle, bite off the neck.
Blacklisted in the 50s, his screen career came to a halt. Ironically, the very Cold War that shut him out of work eventually provided him with one of his most memorable parts, Soviet Premier Khrushchev in the TV drama The Missiles of October.
Mr. President, you have every right. You have every right to be concerned about the peace and welfare of your people. I am no less concerned with mine.
Perhaps best remembered, his portrayal, on Broadway and on film, of Benjamin Franklin in 1776.
For the most part, I've tried, even in doing Franklin or in doing Khrushchev in Missiles of October, not to worry overly much about the superficial elements of the character, but to try to get the heart of the creature.
The eagle inside belongs to us.
On location with rock royalty Queen when we come back. Here's the E.T. Digest for Tuesday, the 18th of February. In concert today, Patti LaBelle is at the Minskoff Theater in New York City. And celebrating birthdays today, Matt Dillon is 22, John Travolta, 32. Juice Newton, 34. Sybil Shepherd, 36. Yoko Ono is 53. Director Milos Forman, 54. George Kennedy, 59. Cosmopolitan magazine editor Helen Gurley Brown, 64. Bill Cullen is 66. And Jack Palance, also 66.
There she blows! There she blows! A hump like a snow hill. It is Moby Dick. The men on deck rushed to the rigging to behold the famous whale they'd been so long pursuing. Aye, breach your last to the sun, Moby Dick. Thy hour and thy harpoon are at hand.
Aye, aye, Captain. Oh, Grandpa.
What are you reading? Moby Dick, great story. Say, this is a beautiful book. I haven't seen a raised spine like this in years. See this finish? Protects pages inside. Attractive end papers, too.
Yeah, and check out those illustrations.
They just don't make books like this anymore.
Sure they do. We just got this one.
It must have cost a fortune.
Nowhere near a fortune, Dad.
Well, at least $30 or $40.
More like $12.50.
This book for $12.50? That's less than what most ordinary books cost.
We ordered it from the Franklin Library. I'm reading Anna Karenina.
You ordered these books by mail?
Sure. We get a new one every month.
Quite a collection. Wuthering Heights, The Odyssey, Vanity Fair, all the great classics.
And some moderns like Faulkner and James Joyce.
And each of these books is only $12.50?
Only $12.50.
Well, maybe I ought to get in on this, too.
To subscribe, just call the Franklin Library, and we'll send you Moby Dick to examine without obligation. You'll receive another classic each month, printed on acid-free paper to last for generations, each with its own distinctive cover. Each book is only $12.50. You'll never pay more. This price is guaranteed for your entire subscription. Order by credit card or pay COD with a $1 service charge. You may return any book for any reason within 30 days and cancel any time.
Hey, Grandpa. Does Captain Ahab get the great whale?
Aye, if Moby Dick doesn't get him first.
Call 1-800-824-5400 for your collector's library and discover the pride of owning the world's greatest books. There's no risk. Call 1-800-824-5400 now, and we'll start you with your copy of Moby Dick.
Join me, Kim Carnes, on Entertainment This Week's Countdown to the Grammys.
Britain's durable rock group Queen is working on a new movie soundtrack. This one, a Sean Connery, Christopher Lambert fantasy adventure called Highlander. Selena Scott, our new correspondent in London, has an exclusive on-location interview with the boys from Queen.
Except for an appearance at Live Aid, many of Queen's fans might have thought the group had slipped off the face of the earth. But they're actually hard at work on Princes of the Universe, the video for one of the singles they wrote for Highlander.
Actually, we get approached quite a lot to do soundtracks, and we're sort of very choosy. I think we just seem to like this one. I asked, was we just like it, and it seemed to have a sort of bravado and a certain kind of magic.
Although Highlander's plot sounds a bit complicated, Brian May proved to be the resident expert. Maybe because he had to explain it to his two young children, Jimmy and Louisa, who came to visit him on the set.
Basically, it's fairly simple. These immortal people have to battle it out. And the climax of the film is in the 20th century, and the one who wins gets the prize, which is a surprise.
As more and more hit songs originate from film scores, music videos have become a virtual part of the process of making a movie. Only in this case, it's difficult to tell where one begins and the other leaves off.
Although he wasn't really fighting for center stage, Highlander star Christopher Lambert was called back into action for this 3-minute video. And he felt right at home with director Russell Mulcahy, who also directed the feature film.
Certain aspects of the song get him stationary and just like turning you to the camera and delivering a line.
You have to shoot 3 minutes a day because you've got only one day. And it's very rare that in movies, when you've got money, you shoot 3 minutes a day.
For Lambert and Mulcahy, shooting the video at such a quick pace seemed like deja vu in quadruple time, with sets, props and costumes either borrowed or recreated from the film.
Everybody's wearing the Christopher Lambert Max. Be the rage next year.
Turn over as the wind machine starts, fellas, okay?
In London, Selena Scott, Entertainment Tonight.
Cue the wind machine.
Quite an extravaganza.
Yeah, and welcome Selena.
Absolutely, absolutely. Mickey Rooney puts his foot in it again in Hollywood. Sylvester Stallone puts time in at Harvard. Also, Jane Seymour and Judd Nelson. That's tomorrow on Entertainment Tonight.
Down and Out in Beverly Hills is really hot at the box office. Now comes the video with Little Richard putting his might into Great Gosh Almighty. It's bound to be hot, too. We'll see you tomorrow.
Great song. Bye-bye.
In just a minute, you're going to find out how you can get this terrific alarm clock telephone absolutely free. So stay where you are, then I'll be right back to tell you more.
When you read Time each week, you know more. You understand.
Time flies and you are there. Time cries and lets you care. You understand the world we share.
Now Time is offering you more than ever. Order Time right now, and you'll get this terrific alarm clock and push-button telephone in one, free with your paid subscription.
Yes, time brings you closer to living. Time puts events in sharp review. Time brings it all right home to you.
Each week, Time takes you beyond the news to show you how fascinating the world really is. And now you can get Time for almost half off the cover price. Call 1-800-525-4500 and get 30 issues of Time, payable in 4 easy installments of just $7.49 each. Order now, and you'll also get Time's combination alarm clock telephone, absolutely free. This handsome space saver comes complete with snooze bar and automatic redial. Perfect for your desk or bedside. So call 1-800-525-4500 right now.
Throughout your world, throughout your land, time puts it all right in your hand. Read time and understand.
Hi, I'm Jenny, an operator here at Time. Remember, if you call right now, we'll send you Time at almost half off the cover price, and you'll also get free the Time alarm clock telephone with special features like snooze alarm and automatic redial. This offer won't last long, so call now.
Made in Detroit.
This is WXYZ-TV, Channel 7, with studios and transmitter at Broadcast House, Southfield, Michigan. WXYZ-TV is owned and operated by Channel 7 of Detroit Incorporated, a division of Scripps Howard Broadcasting. We operate on 316 kilowatts visual and 31.6 kilowatts aural power as authorized by the Federal Communications Commission. We hope you've had a good day and that we've made it a bit brighter. We'll see you again later this morning. Until then, good night and good morning.